Hey, what's up? We're in the final part now. I really hope so. In that dream, the trumpet blast that I heard that was super loud in my ear happened when I was coming back from almost marrying another charlatan. Now, the Botswana thing, because of the fact that I have been forewarned by God that there will be a Tswana man coming into my life, I highly doubt that Satan is going to be that stark and that overt in infiltrating this man into my life. I don't know how many times I have spoken this, and I said it even earlier, that my dreams come to pass in a way that I don't see it coming. It's like they catch me off guard. They throw a curveball at me because of the providential events that happen to bring it about that I could not have foreseen. And the ultimate end goal of what my dream showed me happens, but the details that led to it are mixed together in a bizarre way. I use that analogy with, for instance, shopping online, being given a dream that I'm going to meet an American at a mall, and then how it is that it comes to pass in my waking life sometimes is I'd be shopping on the internet to purchase something, and then at the same time that I'm making an online purchase, I will then get a direct message from an American, and so the dream comes to pass where it is that I met an American at an environment where I would do shopping. That's how my dreams come to pass. So I literally cannot forewarn myself or pre-plan to prevent them, because I might have in my dream actually been like flown to Botswana, and I could be expecting that a man that is currently living in Botswana would DM me, tell me he's from Botswana. Instantly red flags would raise in my mind that, hey, God showed me he's a charlatan that loves Satan, and he's going to be somebody that I'm going to be compromising with, and he's going to basically etch into the ground the loss of family, and I don't want him, so I'm just going to avoid him so that I can just wait for the rapture right here in South Africa and not even bother to go to Botswana. I could be telling myself that these red flags flailing all over the show are going to be stuck at me, and then in waking life how it would come to pass would be that this guy is from Botswana, but he's in South Africa, and if he does not divulge that he is from Botswana, I would never know that he's from there. And how it is that I would fly over to him would be that I would be happy to accommodate his proposal and his pursuit of me, and we would start to make arrangements, and people in his life would meet me, but there would be a quietness about him concerning the reality of what's going on. Or he might even be a dude that is from Botswana but living in Nigeria, or from Botswana but living in Ethiopia, or living in Australia, and where it is that I would get flown would be Australia and not so much Botswana, but the origin of this guy is Botswana. And so in my dream I dreamt that I was landing in Botswana, whereas I'm going to go and marry a Tswana man that is currently living in Australia. That's how I get sidetracked. That's how my spiritual gifting sometimes kind of trips me upside the head. The providential eventualities, the actual outworking of it, the details are not the exact same as the ones in my dreams. So I can't just put out a red flag. I can't just look out for a Tswana guy. I'm going to look out for a Tswana guy that's going to try and move me to his country, Botswana. Just make sure you don't board that airplane to Botswana. It might not even be an airplane to Botswana. It might just be, goodness gracious, even like a meeting. What is this? Of a man that looks something that just has to do with Botswana. Or he could be living in South Africa, speaks a whole bunch of Zulu, but his mom and dad are from Botswana, his family's from Botswana, and I don't find this out until he has proposed marriage to me. I don't know. Like, the way that things come to pass for me is I only found out once I'm in it. So for me, it's like, shall I avoid them all? Shall I avoid them all? Botswana was very stark, but I seriously doubt in waking life that it would be that like black and white as it is in my dreams. They come to pass, my dreams, but they always throw a curveball at me such that I can't avoid them. I only realize once I'm experiencing the reality that, oh my goodness, this is fulfilled from the dream I had. That's why I'm not really sure how to look out for this. The only really clear event that was shown me was the 1.14k subscribers on YouTube. That is the only, I mean, that's not something that can can be like duped or 1.14 subscribers is 1.14 subscribers. 1,140 subscribers is 1,140 subscribers. I even went on Strong's to look up the number 114, and it has something to do with just a finishing off or destruction entirely. I thought that maybe it was a Strong's thing. If it is, then I guess again it meshes with the tribulation that is about to come. But that was the only clear sign that I got. The rest of it was that a charlatan is going to slip into my DMs, and I'm going to accommodate him, and he's going to have strong links to Botswana. Strong. But in waking life, it might not even look that way. The airport that we were in, there was nobody in it other than him, and he was the check-in staff. He was the one that was basically the only employee at that airport, and he boarded me on an airplane, and this airplane had many people in it. So it tells me that they're likely, remember, when I arrived in Botswana, I just arrived in Botswana. It wasn't at an airport, but at the end of the dream, we were in an airport and it was just me and this guy. Airports don't have just one person in it or even just one passenger. So that speaks volumes about likely there is no airplane involved. There likely might not even be any travel involved. Me flying over to this guy's camp might actually just be symbolic because it was just him and I in the airport. But he transported me from his house to the airport, almost suggesting, but remember, I avoided those friends of his that I was scared of, his entourage. So there is some kind of whisking of me away to an environment that he's at, and it's kind of far from where I'm at. I don't know. All I know is that around the time apparently of the rapture happening, because God saw that I was all disquieted, disgruntled, and unbelieving, and for the first time he gave me a rapture dream, and he gave me so many details with that rapture dream. He showed me in the run-up to, I would first get duped by another dude, get disappointed that had to end as well, and then who's this? My subscriber count at that stage was 1,140 on YouTube. There was no date given me there. I don't know when my 114 subscribers are going to happen. I have not met another man. The only dude, the last one was the American, and I'm very wary ever since him. I'm as single can get. So I don't know what in the world that dream means. That's why I didn't want to share it. But I shared it because I know my dreams happen, guys. They come to pass, but in very strange, discombobulated, upside down ways in comparison to how it is that I dreamt them. So when this thing comes to pass, we shall unpack it. And if it comes to pass, it means I'm home. So perhaps maybe this video is to encourage or inspire the left behind to repent, because God will have shown me in very, very great detail everything that would happen in the run-up to the rapture. But at this point, I'm like, why would I accommodate another charlatan in my life? The only way that this charlatan would prosper to slide into my DMs after the dream I just got is if the details in the dream don't happen in exactly the fashion I saw in my dream. That's the only way that I would get duped. But I always get duped, so I don't know. I don't know how many times I've said this. God is not intending on fixing things on the ground. He's intending on extracting us. He didn't give me a husband. He didn't give me children. He gave me eternal redemption. Guys, as in, I don't know. I have a very strong feeling that we are going home and that my life is never going to be fixed, only because it was not ever intended to be fixed, because my inheritance and my redemption and my deliverance is in an eternal perfect plane. And I have done many videos explaining what that plane looks like, what the millennial reign looks like. And God has also shown me that in the millennial reign, believers who did not get their full of joy on the earth are going to get it in the millennial reign, including families. So I don't know. Do the mathematics. I shall try and continue to do it, but that is my one very long dream, and those are the details, and we can do with them what we want. As time progresses, we will then continue to go back to this dream. I hope you've been edified. In the name of Christ, I'm signing out. Crank K. Peace.